Hey YouTube, and welcome to another video. Today we will be looking at background music and how you can add background music to your game. And to not waste too much of your time, we will jump right into it. So you press on the menu on the top left corner, and then you go down all the way over here where it says Manage Background Music. Press on that option, and now you're presented with the configuration window. And then you are almost good to go. All you have to do is select a song. You're presented with a list. Just choose whatever you want. I'll just use this one now. You can preview the song right over here. So over here you can see how long the song will play. And we're starting from 0 all the way to 233. Volume is just your default volume slider. In most cases you can just leave it at 100. And playback speed is, well, how fast the song is playing. One is the default tempo, but you can make it slower, give it a more eerie vibe, or increase the tempo if you have a more urgent stage where time is crucial. Fade in and fade out will slowly fade in your songs, or even fade out your songs when they end. And I think most songs do this naturally on their own, but there can be some that otherwise have a very harsh ending. There you could use that feature. And what I recommend, if you want background music for your game, you should enable the loop playback, otherwise your song will just stop. So this is how you add basic background music. And if that is all you wanted to know, then you can basically already close the video. But if you want to do more than just add background music, but maybe change background music based on the situation in the game right now, then stick around for a little bit longer. I will show you how you can change background music based on conditions in a node graph. So for demonstration purposes, I will just use a tab component to showcase all the possibilities that you can do with background music. Let's start with the trigger option area. Move that up a little bit and make it a little bit bigger. Oops, that was the wrong one. Move it up a little bit and then add a few tabs. I will use 4. One for stopping the music, one for starting the music, then one to change the music, and one to adjust the volume. And now all that's left to do is make the node graph. For that, we will create a new node graph. We will rename it into background music, and we will start with when tab is selected. Put that into a multi-branch node, and depending on which tab is selected, we want to do different things. We have 4 tabs, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And to see what we can actually do with background music, we can just type in BGM, and then we have 3 nodes, and we'll use it to change the background music, start and stop the background music, and modify the volume. So we have volume at 4. Then we have modify background music. This is the change. And then we have a start and pause, which I will simply copy so we can do both. 1 would be stop and 2 would be start. No and yes. So recover is basically just pause or play. Then for the target entity, we'll have to use the player. So in that case, we'll use the select entity, which is a character, and then go to belong, and we'll get the node get player entity to which the character belongs, because background music is played per player and not per character. So, and if you do not know the difference between a character and a player, simply think of the character as the character entity that you control, like the little mannequin that is running around for you, and the player is you. So we have plugged in the player for all 4 nodes. I will go to the adjust background volume because that is much more simple. We have the volume that is going from 0 to 100. Think of it as percentages. Modify player background music. In here you pretty much see everything you saw previously when we configured the background music. So right now I have this one selected, but if you want to change into, let's say, the happy journey index, right now this would start at the beginning, but we don't want it to start at the beginning, but when we press the change button. So in this case we just need to copy the index. In that case 10096. Start time at 0, and for the end time again we have to refer to the configuration, as this can change for every soundtrack. So this one plays 2 minutes and 33 seconds, and what you have to do is take that time and convert it into seconds. So 2 minutes is 120 seconds, so in that case we would have 153 seconds. And then from here on out everything just stays the same. We'll have volume 100. I recommend using a loop playback, otherwise your music will play once and then stop. You can leave that as 0. Playback speed is 1, and I don't need the fade in, fade out. Let's go save it up and into the test play. Stop. Start. Change. And the volume to 10%. This sums up the tutorial on how to implement background music. So for reference, we use start and pause with recover, no and yes to start and pause using the tab 1 and 2. We reduce the volume to 10% on ID 4 with the adjust play background music, and we change the background music using the modify player background music. And for that, you just have to keep in mind that you have to first copy the index ID of the song, and second, calculate the end time, otherwise your song will be cut short. Alright, I hope you liked the short tutorial for the background music. If it was helpful to you, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.